Konnichiwa! Hello everyone. So today I would like to talk about something that I find kind of important because I made the same mistake before I came here. Now, when I came to study abroad, I was informed that I was going to be studying abroad in Okinawa, Japan. And honestly, I didn't really know very much about Okinawa. All I knew is some people kept saying things like, oh, Okinawa's the Hawaii of Japan. So my image was, you know, beaches, people in shorts, partying, you know, that kind of thing. Fruits, tropical, warm, humidity, like, you know, just kind of like my typical idea. But after coming here, I've learned a few things that I find really important, and one of them is, well, currently I'm taking an Okinawan history class, and Okinawa has a whole culture on its own, and I never realized this before. Actually, a long time ago, Okinawa was its own nation, and it had this huge trading center. Like, it had this really good trade relationship with China and so many other countries, and Japan didn't have this kind of trade system at the time, and so they were jealous of Okinawa. Well, they eventually decided they want to invade Okinawa, so but they had to be careful about it because since Okinawa had such a good relationship with China, Japan didn't want to basically piss off China in the process of taking over Okinawa. So, you know, they waited and waited, and when the time was right, they came in and invaded Okinawa, and it was a very brutal war. Many people died, but here's the thing, it's just Okinawan people had their own language and culture before the Japanese came in. Here's the thing that surprised me the most. I guess a little while ago, the Okinawan language was declared an endangered language because it was dying out. Because what happened was when Japan took over Okinawa, the Okinawan people were forced to learn Japanese instead, and in schools they started teaching in Japanese, not the Okinawan language and everything. So slowly the generations lost the Okinawan language, and my teacher was telling me how there was this barrier between her and her grandparents because of this, and because her grandparents only knew the Okinawan language and she only knew Japanese, so she and her grandparents couldn't really communicate. So I guess her aunts had to act as a translator between the two, because her aunts actually knew both because they went through the transition of learning it. So it's just kind of really shocking to me. But right now they are doing their best to improve the, or to get back the Okinawan language so it doesn't die out. And it kind of surprised me because, like, I heard haisai, or haisai is the equivalent to konnichiwa or hello, but in the Okinawan language. And like when you go to some places in Okinawa now, instead of saying konnichiwa, they will actually say haisai, and that's really interesting to me. It's just kind of, I never realized that Okinawa had this whole huge culture before. Another thing that's part of Okinawan culture that isn't part of Japanese is, I guess a long time ago, tattoos were actually really big fashion in Okinawa, and women would get them after getting married to declare, hey, I'm taken, don't bother me, kind of thing. And then eventually it turned into a fashion statement where women would be like, oh, what tattoo are you getting, and stuff like that. But in Japan, getting tattoos is a big no-no. It's taboo because it shows that you're part of a gang. So after the Japanese invaded, people stopped getting tattoos in Okinawa, and now, like, the grandparent kind of generation are the ones with tattoos now only. And it's just, it's amazing because this is why I wanted to travel in the first place. Is I've learned so much about Okinawa and Japan, but it's just kind of, I had this idea, you know, like, oh, what is Japan going to be like when I get there? Well, everyone's always on time. That's what I heard. People have to be on time all of the time. But Okinawa is different. They are a lot more relaxed, and they'll be like, oh, okay, we can wait for this person who's showing up late for the meeting, versus in Japan, if somebody's late for the meeting, well, they're going to miss the beginning of the meeting. That's just it. They don't wait. They go. And one of my Japanese teachers, who's not from Okinawa, she's from a different time, a different place, not time, different place in Japan. I can't remember exactly where, but she was saying how Okinawa is kind of weird for her because she's so used to starting on time all of the time, when in Okinawa people wait. And it's just interesting to me because I had so many ideas in my head before coming to Japan that it's just, I was a little surprised to find out this whole huge culture about Okinawa and everything. And it's just, it's really unique, and it makes me really glad that I came to Okinawa out of everywhere in Japan, because not only do I get to experience and learn about Japanese culture, I also get to learn about this Okinawan culture that's different from Japan. And that's why I want to travel. I want to learn about new people and everything. And I think that's one of the important things about traveling and studying abroad, is you learn that it's just, okay, yeah, when you go study abroad, you kind of expect, like, oh, life is going to be different, but that doesn't stop you from getting this idea in your head of what it's going to be like. Like me, I was like, okay, this is what Japanese people are going to be like, because this is what I've learned about in other culture classes I've taken. This is what I've known from these Japanese people that I've met. And, you know, coming here, it's just kind of like, no, it's not like that. There's this whole other culture that I didn't even realize I was going to get to experience. I am loving everything I learn here. And yeah, like I said, it's amazing the kind of things I get to see here. And okay, well, I'm not exactly sure what else to talk about for this video. However, I would like to do a video on food next time. Hopefully. It might be something different. I haven't completely decided. But in order to do the video on food, I would actually like to have some of the food to show you guys. So that means I have to go to the store and buy the food. So yeah, hopefully in like a week, maybe a little less, I can get you guys another video about all the delicious food here in Japan, and maybe some of the not so delicious food. So keep an eye out for my next video. If you want to know anything about Japan or Okinawa or just anything, feel free to ask me and I'll do my best to find out. So, sayonara!